Shamar Prabhu, I made you post and you can share the screen if required.
Okay. If Mataji tells, then only.
Yes, Prabhu. I will need the help of screen sharing. Prabhu.
Yeah, that's what Mataji. Just I
Yeah.
requested Prabhu. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Hare Krishna to everybody. Please accept my humble obeisances. First of all, we will pray for Panchatattva and Guru and Gauranga, and then we will start our today's topic. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gauri Bhakta Vrinda. Om Namo Mahavadane Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishna Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaudatishe Namaha. Then we will pay our obeisances to our Guru Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada, and also I will pay my obeisances to all Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis assembled over here. Vancha kalpatarubhishcha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Now we will switch on towards our today's topic. Since from last Saturday or more than many Saturdays, we are discussing about. My voice is clear, no, Prabhu? We are discussing. Yes, Prabhu. We are discussing about the 13th chapter from Madhya lila, and we are discussing about the ecstatic dancing of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And until now, we have covered up to the verse number 105, and from verse number 1 up to verse number 105, what we have experienced about the dancing of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I will just tell it in short, and then we will start by our today's verse from verse number 106. So, in this chapter, what we are experiencing that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has manifested his bhavas, and there are many more pastimes, but what is the main thing in this ecstatic dancing is that he has started expressing his bhavas regarding Vipraranga bhav, regarding the bhava of separation. And who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? We are knowing it. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in the mood of Radharani, but he is himself Krishna. And now in this ecstatic dancing, he has started expressing the bhavas of Radharani, what she has experienced when she is in the separation from Krishna. When Krishna left Vrindavan, uh, then Vrajavasis or Gopis or Radharani, those won't have left Vrindavan. Those were in the Vrindavan itself. And Krishna has lived in Mathura, and after that he has left for Dwarka. And during that period, nobody has left Vrindavan and nobody has met Krishna. But those were living in the agony, or we can say in the fire of separation from Krishna. And those bhavas are manifested by Radharani in that ecstatic dancing. Means he has started expressing his bhavas in that ecstatic dance. Srila Srila Rup Goswami says about that, what he describes in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, that the burning fire of separation, like it's normal fire, but it was in such a way that the plants and trees also would have burned into ashes because of that fire of separation. But it has stopped the burning of plants and trees by burning. What's the reason behind that? That gopis used to tear daily, and gopis used to weep daily, and because of their tears, it it has soothed the trees. It has soothed the fire of trees and plants, and because of that, those won't have burned into ashes. It was like that fire of separation, and we are going to experience that bhava. We are nothing in front of Krishna or Radharani or Brajavasis. We are fallen conditioned souls, but we will try to catch those bhavas or try to learn little bit of those bhavas, because we are not from Jagannath Puri, or we are not any panda of Jagannath Puri, or we are not from Puri Dham. So we will not able to experience those ecstasies. But by knowing those ecstasies of Brajavasis and Gopis and Radharani and the devotees of Lord Sri Krishna, we will be able to create just a little bit of one item of devotion in our heart. Even now, it will be suffice for us. So let's try this by knowing. Such a love of separation and such a separation in love with Krishna by this ongoing verses. We will start by verse 106. And what was the story before the verse 106 is that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has started dancing in ecstatic mood in front of uh, the Ratha of Lord Jagannatha, and it has started since from Jagannath Puri, and it will that car festival. It was named as car festival, and it will start from Jagannath Puri, and it will go to Gundicha Mandir. And what is the theme behind that? What is the emotion behind that? We will try to know this theme or this feeling or this emotion in form of summary of previous verses, that when the car starts from Jagannath Puri to Mandir, then what was the bhava of devotees and what was the bhava of Radharani, or what is the bhava of Krishna, that, that we are going to know it. Then what will be their bhava? We will try to know. When Krishna is at Dwarka, he has enjoyed his kingdom as a king in Aishwarya Rasa, and it represents Jagannath Puri Dham. And when he was at Vrindavan, he is a Gopalak and simple cowherd boy, and he has tasted the mellow of Madhurya Rasa with Gopijan and Rajavasis, and in that Gopijan's topmost is Srimati Radharani, and there is exchange of such a love in between, transcendental love in between Radha and Krishna. So it's like that way. So when car starts from Jagannath Puri to Gundicha, it is like Krishna starts from Dwarka towards Vrindavan, and he meets Srimati Radharani and Vrajasis and Gopijans in Vrindavan, and this was the theme, or this was the interlead reason, we can say, behind this car festival. Govind Swami Maharaj in his book, the uh, embarkment of separation, that is the book of Sri Gaur Govind Maharaj. And in that book, he has described the internal reasons of Jagannath Yatra, and some of those reasons are such that those gopis and those Vrajavasis and Srimati Radharani used to burn in the fire of separation with Krishna and in love with Krishna. And those are very beautifully explained by Sri Govind Maharaj with their heights of realizations. We are and with depths of realizations, but he is very advanced devotee, we can say. We are not of that level, but I will try to explain such emotions, and we will try to learn their ecstatic and transcendental emotions from those verses. So we will start from verse number 106. Prabhuji, can you share please the screen? Verse from verse number 106. देह कांति गौर वर्ण देखिए अरुणा, कभू कांति देखिए न मल्लिका पुष्प सम. Here we are going to experience the ecstasies of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is in the mood of Radharani. So everyone saw the complexion of his body changed from white to pink, so that his luster resembled that of Mallika flower. Now, those are the symptoms of, we can say, when a devotee is in deep love with Krishna, as well as when he is with bhava, and that are called as Ashtasattvic bhavas. And we know the symptoms of Ashtasattvic bhava. Face becomes uh, pale, then it becomes flushed with those feelings of love towards Krishna. Then the devotee used to faint, then devotee used to get goosebumps, and sometimes it becomes like a wood, and sometimes he feels in unconscious. Then sometimes what happens with devotee, that he starts watering from his mouth, nose, and everything happens like this, that he gets profound sweating, and like this way he becomes sometimes confused, sometimes he becomes more ecstatic, and he is very very in joyful mood, and he used to do such things with madness in love with Krishna, that the normal person or common person will not understand his mood or his bhava. And those are the Ashtasattvic bhavas. I shortly describe those bhavas. It's with very with the depths in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. It has been described by Rupa Swami, but here we will just outlining those bhavas, what are those, and how those appear. But here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has started manifesting his bhavas in the mood of Radharani, and we are going to identify those, and we are going to imagine those at least. So we will be in that mood whenever we will be in pure bhakti or Shuddha bhakti. But till that time we will at least try to understand and try to know the state of bhava of such a devotee like Radharani, who is the topmost devotee of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. And he has appeared, Krishna has appeared in the mood of Radharani. So uh, here it has been explained that his complexion was like a golden yellow. His complexion is of Radharani, because he is Krishna has appeared in the mood of Radharani, and he has taken her complexion. And what was happened with her when anybody feels the pain of separation or pain of separation from Krishna, what happens? He used to be or she used to be with that pain in the heart, and how his face will appear when or she will remind Krishna. For a sec, we will take one example. When somebody is thinking of his beloved, then what were the emotions and how he will think in material world, same way, but it is translated emotion. So here we will see we are seeing that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is having his whole body from white to pink, because there is flushing of blood in the vessels, and because of that his face become or his body become from white to pink, and those devotees have experienced that flushing of blood, and such a bhavas on his face, and because of such a ecstatic dancing, he is getting that mood of Radharani in that separation. And now we will switch on towards next verse, and we will try to know what has happened again. And this pinkish face of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has been compared with Mallika flower, which resembles with the face of Lord Sri Krishna. Means it looks too beautiful, like this face of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who has been now become, because of ecstatic dancing, it has been become from yellow, or we can say from white to pinkish in color. Now we will see the verse number 107. कभु स्तंभ कभु प्रभु भूमि ते लौटाया, शुष्क काष्ठ सम पद हस्त ना चलाया. Sometimes he appeared stunned, and sometimes he rolled on the ground. Indeed, sometimes his legs and can you scroll the screen? Sometimes his legs and hands become as hard as dry wood, and he did not move. Now it is again the symptom of bhavavastha, we can say, or emotional state of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What has happened, that sometimes he appears stunned, and sometimes what happened, he has started rolling his legs and his hands on the ground, and he has fall down on the ground, and his hands and his feet seem to be like a dry wood or dry piece of wood, and those used to be so hard that those are felt by devotees, that he has fallen unconscious, and sometimes he used to roll on the ground, and sometimes his legs and hands become so hard like dry wood that he did not move. And we have experienced in medical field, this condition is called as suspended animation. Most of the medicals knows it. Yogis of ancient times, when those used to do dhyan yoga, those used to be in that suspended animation stage, where your breaths were breaths were controlled by that yogis, by means of pranayama and all those processes, those techniques, those used to control over their breaths. And it was that stage we can try to understand that stage. We will not going to achieve those stages, because those are the highest stages of bhakti. We will try to know this. Because of that agony of separation, what was the situation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that he was rolling on the ground, and sometimes he was becoming dry, hard like a dry wood, and he did not know. And those devotees surrounding him used to fear what has happened with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But those are some of those are also parshadas, so those were knowing the state of emotions of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Later on, we will get to know it. And like this way, he has started manifesting his emotions in the form of Radharani. Now we will try to understand the internal reasons for Jagannath Ratha-Yatra. What are those reasons? I will try to explain it in short. Whenever Krishna is in Dwarka, he used to remind Brajavasis, Gopis, Nanda Baba, Yashoda Maya, everybody from Vrindavana. And he used to be in their thoughts only. It's like that scenario. And while sleeping at night, he was in that agony of separation, and he used to roll on his bed by chanting their names as Radha, then Gopijan's names, or he used to chant cows' names, and those twins which are with Krishna, those used to think why he is reminding the names of cows, though we all twins are there with him. Those used to wonder about it. Now this was the scenario, and those used to ask who is Radha and what's her role about Krishna. Then what he will answer, no, how a love can be explained, no, and it's a transcendental love, and its mellow can't be shared with anybody else, no. It's like we can take one example. If anybody asks us about Rasgulla, who won't have seen Rasgulla in his lifetime, and if we have to describe Rasgulla to that person, then we will say it is white, it is round in shape, and we will say that it is sweet in taste, or whatever we know, we will tell that person. No, we will tell him also, him or her also that how to make rasgulla, that we will tell him or her process of how to make rasgulla, but we will not able to describe the taste of that rasgulla, how it is sweet. We will not be able to describe that taste of rasgulla. No, we can tell that person that it is sweet, but we will not be able to give the idea and the degrees and proportions of that sweet taste of that rasgulla. No, it's like that. And it was that ecstasy of Krishna, though he is staying with those queens. And uh, and because of that because of that bhav of separation, or because of those sweet memories of Vrindavan, whenever Krishna used to chant about those Vrajavasis, about gopis, their names, he used to have that feel. Then how this feel should be studied or should be understood, I will tell you example for that. Uh, if by seeing a reflection, we can say, or if by seeing a picture of mango, we will get the taste of mango at our mouth. No, uh, we will try to know the taste of mango in our mouth. Like that way, what happens with Krishna while knowing, or while reminding, or while hearing about the Gopijans, about the Radharani, about the Vrajavasis, about his friends, about his cows, he used to test that mellow of memories with Vrindavan Vasis. And it's like a testing of mango, no? While seeing the reflection or picture of mango. It's like that way, no? So he used to test that sweetness of memories of Vrajavasis. But when he is Vrindavan, he will not remind about Dwarka and Dwarkavasis. No? It's like that way, no? When we are eating mango, we will not remind the reflection or picture of mango. No? It's like that way. We can understand the sweetness of pastimes about Vrajavasis and Krishna. And every devotee used to remind pastimes of Krishna, or pastimes of Radharani, or pastimes of Vrajavasi, like this way. Every we can say every Vaishnava used to remind pastimes of Krishna, or pastimes of Radharani, like this way. by knowing, by testing the sweetness, we can say like this way, like a mango, and its a sweetness, how it differs from its reflection and actual testing the mango. Like this way, we can test the sweetness of Harikatha or pastimes of Lord Krishna. Now, this was the mood of Krishna, and by this mood, he used to be about gopis. And what he says about gopis, no, that gopis have always uh, with such a ecstatic love for Krishna, and it was rising, increasing in such a way that I was only accepting it, because I have a craving for that love. And Krishna what says that I was not able to return the same in the same proportion, uh, uh, that love, or I was not able to return the same emotions in the same proportion to gopis and Brajavasis. It was his feel, like that way, and any Vaishnava should be there. No, there must be one thing that we should learn from this pastimes of Krishna, that it is the mood of Vaishnava, or it should be, or could be the mood of Vaishnava, that whenever the Vaishnava is with high humility, with all virtues, he is more and more humble, and he is with more humility while receiving other Vaishnavas or other neophytes. Like when the tree is whenever a tree is flooded, or it is full of uh, many fruits, then what happens, it is to bend only, like that way Vaishnava used to, with humble attitude, and same way the Krishna is behaving and reciprocating with the love of gopis. He is full of all rasas. He is called as Akhil Rasamrit Sindhu, but still he want to test that rasa, that bhava of gopis in the form of devotee, and he is lacking that test. How it can be understood? I will give one example. When we are receiving prasadam at temple, and we are in our plate, we are having our prasadam, and it is containing roti, sabji, rice, and buttermilk. But at the same time, when Prabhuji or Mataji will come, and he will or she will sit near us, and we saw in their plate, means that Prabhuji's or that Mataji's plate, what will we saw, that he is having roti, sabji, rice, as well as buttermilk, but a sweet dish of gulab jamun in his plate, then what will be our feeling, or what will be our reaction? That I want that gulab jamun also. It is not, yeah, it is not in my plate. No, I am not having that gulab jamun, like that way, or like this way. Krishna feels like that. Though I am full of all rasas, and I am with all rasas, but I have reciprocated with gopis, their bhavas, or with their love in the form of Bhagwan as Lord Krishna. And now I want to test those rasa, or those feelings of the emotions of gopis, and the mellow of their emotions in the form of devotee, and in the form of that love, or in the form of that love which has been separated, or that we can say the pain of that love I want to experience. And by that by that experience, I will know the mood of devotee, or the mood of Radharani. And that's the reason he has come with the mood of Radharani, and in the form of devotee. But he is himself a Krishna. He is a Lord Krishna himself, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And this is one of the reason uh, why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has incarnated in the form of devotee, and he has with the bhava of Radharani. Now, what is the reason, and what are the reasons? Those will correlate with Ratha-Yatra regarding these bhavas. Then, when those have met in Nidhivan, Sri Krishna and Radharani, when those have met in the Nidhivan, what has happened? Radharani was in the mood of that separation, as and she was burning in the fire of separation. Say, we can say that if anybody will jump in the fire, he will immediately die. But when there is a fire, but it is not so vigorous and it is slowly burning, then what will happen? Then the person will experience the heat as well as the pain in the body, and it is very very difficult stage. No, the same way the Radharani was experienced for hundreds of years, the pain, pain in the heart as well as that burning fire in her heart, and she was in the mood now to she is in the mood in the Nidhivan now to lose his body, to lose her body, and she was in the mood that Krishna has not met him after he has left Vrindavana, and she and her our gopijans and all her sakhis were in the Nidhivan, and her mood was like that she will left her body within few time or within few hours. It was the mood of Vrajavasis, and at the same time Krishna entered there, and while seeing Krishna, she has sit up with that sweetness in her heart that Krishna has come, that sweetness of love or sweetness of that emotion. But what has happened? Krishna fall unconscious, and now that was the problem. And how to solve it? Chitra Saki and Vishaka Saki were thinking, and at that time, Radharani advised that you can adjust the draft of your this way that it will touch the nose of Krishna, and it shall be from my body and from my clothes, and then it will touch the nose of Krishna. And at the same time, he she told Chitrasakhi that you can chant my name in the ears of Krishna, and the remedy has worked out, and Krishna has sit up. He was conscious now, and those were gazing at each other. In Nidhivan, it was the time of dawn, and those have met after hundreds of years in Nidhivan, which is the place of their transcendental pastimes. And all Rajavasis were present there. Those were firstly beating their chest in the separation of Radharani, that she will now leave her body. She will not be here like this way. But now those were dancing in ecstasies, and those were clapping their hands. And what has happened? Chitra Sakhi has started their arti, and Vishaka Sakhi has started singing various ragas. And what Vrajavasi has started doing, those were clapping their hands, beating Rutunga, beating Kartal, and like this way, those have celebrated the meeting of Radharani and Krishna after 100 years. And this is our Mangala Arati at Brahma, which has been advised by Srila Prabhupada in disciplic succession. That is the sweetness of Guru Shishya Parampara. We can say that we are celebrating the meeting of Radha and Krishna every day at Brahma Muhurta, and we are enjoying the bhava, or we are enjoying the emotions of Brajavasis every day at Brahma Muhurta, and we are reminding that meeting of Radha and Krishna after 100 years. And that's the reason Srila Prabhupada has started Mangalarti. what he says about Mangal Arti. If anybody will not attend Mangal Arti, then what will be the Mangal? Or what will be Mangal in the life of that fellow? It's like that way, and we are enjoying that ecstasies and joys of meeting of Srimati Radharani and Lord Krishna after 100 years every day in terms of Mangalarti. Now, this was the scenario, and after that, Krishna asked Radharani, "What boon do you want? As you have been separated for hundreds of years from me." Then Radharani requested Lord Krishna that you should tell everybody what I have experienced in separation from him, what emotions I have experienced in separation from him, from you, and you can tell that fire of separation of us to all world, and those can experience the fire of separation of such a transcendental love. And her desire was that she has expressed. Then he has promised Radharani that surely I will tell everybody what was the fire of separation of Radharani. We won't have seen or we won't have read any emotions of Radharani. We have read emotions of Krishna in all our scriptures, but we won't have read that Radharani has expressed this and that and such emotions in fire of separation. So it was on her request, Krishna has agreed. Krishna has given her promise that he will explain all over world her pain of separation from Krishna, or her uh, or her that agony of separation to all over the world. And that's why in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has advised everybody to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, that he is telling everybody to do Sankirtan and to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, because we are calling that pleasure potency, or that potency of Sri Krishna, and like that way we are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We know the meaning of Hare Krishna mantra, and that was the reason. And how it resembles with Jagannath Yatra, that when Jagannath Yatra starts, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu starts dancing in the mood of Radharani, and when Radharani's eyes met with in Sri Krishna's eyes, means Sri Krishna in the form of Jagannatha and Radharani in form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then there is the exchange of love takes place, and that is the reason why Ratha-Yatra used to held every year. And second reason is, those are the gopis and those are the Vrajavasis who have helped Radha and Krishna to meet again after 100 years. And so those Vaishnavas who used to be in that Ratha-Yatra while pulling that Rath. Those are supposed to be like gopis or Vrajavasis of Vrindavana, who are helping in meeting of Radha and Krishna, and those are blessed by Radha and Krishna like this way. And this is the one of the most of the this is one of the reason from most of the reasons, internal reasons we can say, why Ratha-Yatra occurs. So we used to pull that Ratha by our all strength to get the blessings of Radha and Krishna. And why? Because we are helping in meeting of Radha and Krishna. This is the theme, or one core theme for Jagannath Yatra, or one of the internal reason for Jagannath Yatra. Now we will switch on towards next verse. Prabhuji, can you show the screen? Next verse. कबू में पड़े कबू श्वास है यही ना, यहाँ देखी भक्त गण प्राण है क्षीणा। When Lord fell to the ground, sometimes his breathing almost stopped. When the devotees saw this, their lives also become very feeble. Now, what has happened with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? He used to fall on the ground sometimes, and sometimes his breath used to stop. Then devotees used to scare. What has happened with Lord Chaitanya? This was their bhava, like bhava of gopis or gopijans, like those used to fear about Krishna, or those used to fear about Radha when they have fallen unconscious, or those are lying on the when Radharani means one from those is Radharani, and Radharani was lying on the Braja in the Braja Bhumi in Nidhivan. It was that case. It was like that case. The fear of Gopijans or fear of Brajavasis, we can compare like this. And how Krishna was in the separation mood, we can know by this. Was when Krishna was in Dwarka, he was rolling in the bed in the agony of separation, and Narad Muni comes over there. And what he saw, that Radharaman itself was feeling separation from Vrajavasis and from Vrindavan Vasis and from Radharani. Then he thinks that I will do something for Krishna, for Lord. And while he was thinking like this way, one person enters over there, and he was Uddhava. Then he tells Uddhava that he is in the agony from separation from Brajavasis, and we shall do something for him. Then those were discussing those things. At that time, another person enters there, and he is Balram, and he also gets agreed with their opinions. Now, what was the problem that Narad Muni tells Uddhava firstly that you can go to Vrindavan and tell those gopis that Krishna is coming, no? Then Uddhava says, your idea is not bad, it's very good idea, but I was not able to pacify the gopis when Krishna has sent me to Vrindavan. And I have spent 11 months there, but I was never been able to pacify gopis. And at that time, what Krishna has told me that don't try to pacify gopis with your knowledge, which you have got from Brahaspati. Though you are the minister, that knowledge will not work out. That knowledge is for pacifying the common general persons, but it will not pacify gopis. Why? Because the gopis are in the love of Krishna, and so those are burning in the fire of separation from Krishna. And Krishna's words only will pacify the Gopijans or Srimati Radharani. And so he has advised, Krishna has advised to Uddhava that I am giving you a letter and you can read that letter only. Whenever gopis will cry, but you will not try to pacify by your own mind, then you will not get success. And what shall I do if those won't get pacified, though I will read your letter? Then Krishna has told another remedy that you can do like repeat those my sentences, my words again and again. You can read that letter in front of gopis again and again, and it will pacify the gopis. But don't try to pacify gopis by your own intelligence. And that's the reason why Krishna has sent Uddhava to pacify gopis, or by the reason of pacifying gopis with his letter. But actual his planning is that to educate Uddhava by means of gopis, and he has learned many things from gopis. And when he has returned from Vrindavana, he is with that bhava of gopis, that surrendering bhava of gopis. What he was saying that I want to be a blade of a grass of that banks of Yamuna, and in Vrindavana. Why? Because whenever those gopis will come there, no, and when those will touch my head, no, because when I used to be a blade of grass, then it will pacify my heart. I will feel it as a blessing of devotees, means like such a devotees with such a love for Krishna, which cannot be compared with anybody. It is such a love, and it is full of such emotions that it will not be compared with anybody's emotions. Those were such a high bhavas, and he used to wish like this way. So he told that I will not go, and gopis will not trust me. Then Balram was there, and Narad Muni asked him, then you can go. Then Balramji said, no, no, I will not go there, because when I will go there, no, I will forgot to pacify gopis by saying that Krishna is coming. Because when I will go there, I will also lost in those gopis. Because since from my childhood, I have enjoyed all the things with Krishna, no, there with gopis. So when I will see Yashoda Maiya, Nanda Baba, and all my friends and cows and Yamuna, then I will forget what for what reason I will have been there. And so he has denied also. Then Subhadra has come, and she has known all the story. And then what happened? Subhadra said, I will pacify the gopis. I will go first there, and I will tell that that Krishna is coming. And being a feminine body, I will tell the gopis that these men used to be like this, Akrura, Balrama, Krishna. Those men won't listen ourselves. We are females, no? And it will pacify them. And I will tell that Krishna is coming behind, like this way. That whenever a king used to travel with his army, no, his ministers and the kings under him used to enter in a city or in anywhere, and then afterwards king used to enter. Like that way, I will tell that we have come ahead, but Krishna will arrive after some time. Like this way, I will try to pacify those gopis. And so I will go at Vrindavan and tell those gopis, don't cry, Krishna is coming. And like this way, those have decided the plan. But how to arouse Krishna, who is in the sleep and in the deep comatose sleep, or like a sleep in the agony of separation? Then Narad Muni has got an idea. What was that idea? That those have decided that Narad Muni can chant in Krishna's ears uh, about Radharani, about Vrindavan, about gopis, about pastimes, and Radharani's name. And when he will chant Radharani's name and about Vrindavan, he will Krishna, he will be in that mood, and he will be he will wake up. Krishna will wake up. Then what to do? Krishna will ask, is it Vrindavan? Or he will ask, I want to go to Vrindavan. Then what will we do? Then Balram said, I will make ready his chariot with daruka, and he has kept that chariot ready with daruka. And then according to their plan, those have did all the things, and Krishna immediately has woke up. And as soon as Narad Muni had chanted all the names about Vrindavana in his ears, and he was in Tribhang Mudra, but without no flute, without no any Mayurpank at his head, because he is in the Dwarka, and he was in that agony of separation. Then he said, I want to go to Vrindavan. Then Balramji said, yes, you can go. Your chariot is ready with Taruka. And then Krishna has started. But he was in that agony of separation, and in that mood of separation. So he was not able to even walk. And for that reason, Narad Muni and Narad Muni and Uddhava has assisted him to go up to the chariot. And that is the reason in Jagannath Yatra, Pujari and Pandas used to play the role of Uddhava and Narad Muni. And those used to take Jagannath Bhagwan up to the chariot. And like this way, Jagannath Yatra occurs. Now, as per their plan, Subhadra was going to reach at first, but Balramji said, as I am his brother, her brother, I will go with her. I will accompany her. And because of his chariot speed, what has happened? Balramji has reached first, and after Balramji, Subhadra Maya has reached over there. And after that, Krishna has arrived over there. And that's the reason in Jagannath Yatra, whenever there is a car festival or in that Ratha-Yatra, first Subhadra chariot used to reach there. Then, first Balramji's chariot used to reach there. Afterwards, Subhadra Maiya's chariot used to reach there. And afterwards, Krishna's chariot used to reach Gundicha temple. It's like that scenario. And it's the custom because of this story. Because it's the expression of transcendental love between Krishna and Radharani, and it is like exchanging the love between Krishna and Radharani, and that exchange of love between Krishna and Radharani, those are experienced by all these devotees, including Narad Muni, Uddhava, Balrama, all Gopijans, Vrajavasis, and it is experienced by means of assisting meeting of Radha and Krishna, and helping in meeting of Radha and Krishna, and like this way all such Vaishnavas used to experience that emotion of transcendental love between Radha and Krishna, and this is one of the internal reason behind the Jagannath Rath Yatra. And because of that, we have experienced that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is now has started manifesting the mood of Radharani, and because of that, he is seeing firstly after 100 years Jagannatha means Krishna in the in front of her, and she is now developing such a symptom that from many years, from 100 years, after 100 years, she is meeting Krishna in front of her, and because of that she is developing that Ashtasattvic bhavas or such emotions. Actually, in the form of devotee, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has limited his bhavas, we can say, and he has expressed Ashtasattvic bhavas as a devotee. But Lord's bhavas are highly different, and Radharani's bhavas are highly different. Radharani is in the Mahabhav stage, so her bhavas, we can't imagine those. But to express the emotions for devotee in front of devotees like us, or common devotees in front of him, so he has expressed Ashtasattvic bhava. It's Lord's lila behind it, and we are experiencing that lila from those verses. Now we will switch on to next verse. Let's see, it's 10:30. Shall I continue or shall I stop? Hare Krishna. Yes. We will take this verse. कबू नेत्रे नासाय चल मुखे पड़े फेना अमृतेर धारा चंद्र बिंबे वहे एना. Now water flowed from his eyes. Sometimes through his nostrils, foam fell from his mouth, and this flowing appeared to be torrents of nectar descending from the moon. Now, from such a Ashtasattvic bhavas, it is one of the symptoms that his mouth start watering. Sometimes from his nose, there is watering, and the foam appeared at his mouth, and it was compared with torrenting of the moon. Means it is a nectar which has flown from the moon. Means we can say that in voluminous quantity the nectar is flowing from his mouth. It was compared to the torrent of the moon, and like this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the mood of Radharani was expressing his emotions. See, we can compare those feelings by imagining that after 100 years, if we will see any person who is very close to us, we can say, then what a state of mind will happen, no? Like that way, he is expressing his emotions. Same way, so when Subhadra and Balramji saw gopis with weeping mood and with the feeling of separation from Krishna, those have got also tears in their eyes, and those have a broad smile in their face, and that was the smile of Subhadraji and Balramji and Jagannathji after seeing a person after so many years who is beloved of him or who is very close to him. What will be our emotions? Same emotions in that Archavigra, that very broad smile and eyes are coming up from that eyeball like this way, and their body is shrunken, and like this way that Archavigra is there, and this is the emotion, or this is the mood of all the devotees which are playing their part in the lila. All are devotees, and those Vrajavasis, Gopijans, all are devotees, as well as all are like Balramji or Uddhava or Subhadra Maya. Those are also loving Krishna and worshipping Krishna. And like this way, when those have seen Gopijans and their feeling of love for Krishna, those have got very, very joy in their minds. And as well as after so many years, those are seeing Vrajavasis and Gopijans. So those have also the same moods, same mood like Lord Krishna. We will not compare their moods, but those are experienced the same mood, like those of Brajavasis or of that the mood of that Lord Krishna, and so those were with such a face and with shrunken bodies and broad smile, and that is the reason why in the Archavigra the broad smile of Vigra of Lord Jagannatha or Balramji or uh, Subhadramaya is there, and those have um, been in ecstasies of joy by seeing those joys of Brajavasis and those gopis and Radharani, and because of that, those are made up of wood, because their body is shrunken and those were stagnated like wood, and that's the reason it has been made up of wood, and that those are some reasons for we can say internal reasons behind the Jagannath Ratha-Yatra, which has been explained by Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj in the book Embarkment of Separation. Now we will stop here as the time is over, I think. It is 10:35. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu has raised the hand, Mataji. Rashish Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dandavat pranams. Mataji, can you please repeat?
Krishna.
You mentioned something about Mangala Arti.
Yes, yes.
The importance and why one should perform. Can you please repeat?
Yes, Prabhu, I will try. When when in Nidhivan, when Krishna was rolling in his bed at Dwarka Nagari, in that fire of separation regarding Vrajavasis, Radharani, and Gopijans, and what was the scenario in Nidhivan? That he was in that separation, in that mood, but there in Nidhivan, after waiting for hundreds of years, Radharani was in the state of leaving her body. And she has been at Nidhivan. Because why at Nidhivan? Because it is the place of meeting of Radharani and Krishna. Mm, we can say it is the place of meeting of Radharani and Krishna, and it is Nidhivan. And so all were in Nidhivan because she was almost in the condition of leaving her body, and she was lying down at the at that Vrajabhumi, and she was in the lap of Chitra Sakhi and Vishaka Sakhi. And what other Sakhis were doing? Tunga Devi and Ranga Devi. Those were at her feet and rubbing her feet. Then that Chitra Sakhi, she was putting cotton in front of her nose, and still breath is there. She is confirming like this way. This was the state of Radharani in fire of separation with Krishna, in burning in burning fire. We can say it was so burning pain in her heart she has experienced. And when Krishna reached there with his chariot, no, immediately Chitra and Vishakha, those have shouted, "Hey, Krishna is there!" And Radharani, what she did, she has immediately stand up, and she saw Krishna, and those have met, and when those have seen in their eyes, no, what was the state of Krishna? He has fallen unconscious, because he has seen Radharani after many years, hundreds of years, and now what was the problem? That how to make Krishna conscious. And then Radharani told the remedy, that she told Chitra and Vishakha how to now make Krishna conscious. So she told Chitra that you can manage the draft of air in such a way that it will first touch my body and my clothes, and by smelling that fragrance of my body and of my clothes, Krishna will wake up. And at the same time, she told Vishakha that you can chant my name in the ear of Krishna. And like that way, those have done the actions. And what was the result? Krishna has become conscious. And when Krishna stand up, those have seen each other, and those were smiling. That 100 years was not much big period. It was like a bad dream, and we are just meeting. We have just met and now meeting. Those were their feels, and by those feels, those were seeing at each other and smiling, and those have stand on the rock in the Nidhivan. Those have stand in the rock in the Nidhivan. And what are the Vrajavasis? Where are those? Those were now very happy, because before the arrival of Krishna, those were crying, beating their chest, because Radharani was going to leave her body. But now the scenario has changed, and what has happened? Radha and Krishna has met, and now those were very happy. And because of Krishna and Radha have met there, it was the time of dawn and in the Nidhivan, and all Vraj people were there, and so they are clapping their hands. And then what Chitra and Vishaka has started, Chitra Sakhi has doing Aarti of Radha and Krishna, and Vishaka Sakhi has started singing Raga. And those Brajavasi have started beating Mridanga and beating Kartal and beating, and those have started clapping, and those were dancing in the joy that Radha and Krishna now have met again, and that is the reason we have started. Means Srila Prabhupada have started Mangal Arati, because it is reminding the meeting of Radha and Krishna after 100 years, and we have to test that mellow of love, of transcendental love, we can say, of meeting of Radha and Krishna after 100 years. And we are at every dawn, we used to test that, we used to experience test that, means we try to, we can say, that meeting of Radha and Krishna after 100 years, and in that joy we are celebrating in terms of dancing, doing sankirtana, doing while clapping, we are celebrating that joy of meeting of Radha and Krishna. And it is Mangalarti, which we do in at a time of dawn at Brahma. And that's the importance of Mangalarti, that Srila Prabhupada want to remind that meeting of Radha and Krishna, and those their feelings, those have experienced their feeling of separation, or burning fire of separation, and that feeling must any devotee must experience. And when that feeling will be experienced by any devotee, then he will know about the pure love, or about the transcendental love, or about the Madhurya Rasa. And that's the motto behind this, why Srila Prabhupada has started Mangalarti. And it is very, very we can say, very, very auspicious, and it is boon for us that we are in Guru Shishya Parampara, and we are waking at dawn and singing Mangalarti at the morning, sorry, at dawn, because we are celebrating the joy of meeting of Radha and Krishna. Because we can observe if Radha, we can observe if all the Sakhis of Radharani, what those used to do, Chitra and Vishakha Sakhi, those were in the thought of only arranging the meeting of Radha and Krishna. So any devotee or any Vaishnava, he must have that mood that I will be in the I will be in the service of Radha and Krishna like this way. Means we are in the Guru Shishya Parampara. So we are, our acharyas are like manjiris, and those are manjiris are whom? Those are the 8 or 10 years gopika or gopijans, which assist gopis, elder gopis, and it is the mood of our acharyas, and so we have to assist those gopijans or gopis like Vrajavasis in the service of Lord Krishna and Radharani, means in meeting of Radha and Krishna, and that should be mood of any devotee or any Vaishnava. So we are celebrating that joy of meeting of Radha and Krishna at dawn time, and that should be mood of any Vaishnava. And for that, Srila Prabhupada has said that when any Vaishnava or any devotee can celebrate that joy at Brahma Murta at dawn, then he will experience that ecstasies or joy or feeling of love between Radha and Krishna. But if he will not wake up at dawn, and he will not do Mangalarti, then Srila Prabhupada used to say that if anybody is not waking up at Mangalarti, then what any Mangal will happen in that devotee's life, no? That's his feelings, and that are his expression. That's it, Prabhu. I have tried to explain it. Hare Krishna.
Very, very nice explanation, Mataji. Thank you very much. Yeah, hopefully I will get some motivation to follow. Thank you.
Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Haribol, thank you, Mataji. You have experience, like you have shared your experience of so many pastimes. The mood of meeting of Chaitanya, the Radha and Krishna and the gopis, the mood of Vrindavan. You have really explained very nicely, and thank you very much. And we congratulations to you for your second initiation also. Uh, uh, and thank you very much for taking a nice class, Mataji. We'll conclude here. Anybody is having any questions, please. We will conclude there.